Hello guys, in this video we are going to study about urea cycle disorders, right? Many a times questions are asked from this topic. It is a topic from biochemistry. So this particular image I have taken from the first aid book, and you can see over here there is a mnemonic given over here. Ordinarily careless scrappers are also frivolous about urination. So it actually denotes this particular cycle. Ordinary careless scrappers are also frivolous about urination. So this is a way you can remember this particular pathway. It is actually important, but I am marking it out, the most important ones in it, right? So this particular image I have taken from marrow, and you can also study from this. Here also the same mnemonic is given. Ordinarily careless scrappers are also frivolous about urination. Same mnemonic is given. So first of all, what happens, right? So first of all, CO2 plus NH3 combines to form carbamyl phosphate, right? Combines to form carbamyl phosphate through an enzyme called as carbamyl phosphate synthetase 1, right? And very important question, it requires an allosteric activator called L-acetyl glutamate. In this particular topic, you have to completely listen to me. Nothing else is required. You have to listen to me, right? What is the importance of it? 2 ATP is required in this particular pathway. Is another ATP required? Yes, another ATP is required. 1 ATP more is required from converting from citrulline to arginosuccinate. So now carbamyl phosphate is done through CPS1. Very important, CPS1, not CPS2. CPS2 is present in pyrimidine synthesis. CPS2 is present in pyrimidine synthesis pathway, right? Now we have made citrulline. CPS1 through ornithine transcarbamylase we have made citrulline from ornithine. Now citrulline combines with aspartate through arginosuccinate synthetase to form arginosuccinate. Now arginosuccinase will come. Arginosuccinase will come means we can all understand by the name of the enzyme. It will break arginosuccinate into arginine and fumarate, right? And now arginine will combine with water to form urea, the main thing we are here for, and that will be sent to kidney. So this is the whole pathway that is required to understand the urea cycle. Now what is important in it? It is very important to understand the deficiency disorders in this particular pathway, enzyme deficiency disorders, right? So as you can see over here, CO2 plus ammonia, right? First pathway to carbamyl phosphate. This particular pathway is present in the mitochondria. This is a very important thing that you have to remember, right? And in mitochondria there are two enzymes, CPS1 and another one is ornithine transcarbamyl phosphate. So if enzyme 1, that is CPS1, is deactivated or is deficient, then it will lead to hyperammonemia type 1, very important. And if ornithine transcarbamylase, another mitochondrial enzyme, is deficient, then it will lead to hyperammonemia type 2, right? Very important. Hyperammonemia type 1 and hyperammonemia type 2, right? Hyperammonemia type 1 means carbamyl phosphate synthetase deficiency. It is an autosomal recessive disorder, whereas ornithine transcarbamylase deficiency is an X-linked recessive disorder. Extremely important. Now coming to ornithine permease. Ornithine permease is an enzyme which puts ornithine from cytoplasm back to the mitochondria, and if deficiency occurs of it, then it will lead to HHH syndrome, right? Now what is HHH syndrome? HHH syndrome stands for three hypers. First, hyperornithinemia, hypercitrullinemia, and hyperammonemia. Right? By the way, why these enzyme deficiency CPS1 and OTC enzyme deficiency are named hyperammonemia? Because ammonia will be piled up inside the body if these particular enzymes are deficient. That's why this will lead to hyperammonemia. Now coming to citrullinemia, fourth one. If this particular enzyme arginosuccinate synthetase, fourth enzyme arginosuccinate synthetase, is blocked or is deficient, then it will lead to accumulation of the citrulline. That's why it is called hypercitrullinemia. Now coming to the fifth enzyme arginosuccinase, which breaks down arginosuccinate. Now if arginosuccinate is deficient, then arginosuccinate will increase, so it is called arginosuccinic aciduria. And lastly, enzyme number 6, arginase. If arginase is deficient, then arginine will go up. That's why it is called hyperargininemia. So we have to actually remember this particular enzyme deficiency and the name of this enzyme deficiency. It is very important, right? And the most important over here in this topic is nothing but enzyme 1, 2 and 3, right? Hyperammonemia type 1, hyperammonemia type 2 and HHH syndrome. Only these three enzymes are important. What is HHH? They will ask what is the full form of HHH. Type 1 and type 2, their autosomal recessive or X-linked recessive patternness. That's it. Nothing else will be asked. So this is everything, guys. Thank you. It's your work to actually remember this whole pathway completely, and you have to remember this pathway. You have to remember this pathway, and there is no way that you can escape from it. Right? You have to remember this pathway, and you have to only remember this enzyme number 1, 2, and 3 deficiency. That's it.